Hello guys, Phoenix61 here. How goes it? Some more World of Warships Legends shenanigans. We are in the Aigle. I'm sure I can't say the ship name, but anyway, this is a premium tier 5 French destroyer, right? So, and the reason I was doing a video on this one is because it is available in the store right now for the Greek event currency, right? So yeah, so I mean, go check it out. There's a handful of ships in there that I think at some point were either, campaign ships or global XP ships, or there was some way to get them, whatever it may be, that they're being revisited in the store, right? So I did a video on the aircraft carrier, the Independence. That was kind of a long one because actually I wanted to highlight 2 games with 2 different commanders. And it's decent, but I don't think I would. For most of these, it looks like you have to spend a little bit of cash. Even, to get enough of the Greek currency that's available, you've still got to spend some doubloons. Either it be through the Admiralty backing for the campaign, plus maybe a little bit more with the crate packages that come with some of the currency as well. So just keep that in mind. So my personal thoughts on this one, I wouldn't think that this one's worth it, but it's probably more a lot of that's because it's not really my play style, right? So I don't have the best concealment here, so we smoke up, we see there both destroyers end up on this side. And actually that Icarus has sonar, so I'm a little nervous that he's going to press in towards us, so I'm going to try and get myself turned away so we can run for our lives if we need to. Plus this backing up is helping us avoid the torpedoes that they sent. Yep, so here comes Icarus. We go back into the smoke, and sure enough, yeah, we're getting picked up by his sonar. So we will run. We will get out of here. Right, and so I mean, the torpedoes are decent, guns are decent. I would say one thing for sure with the guns is the turret traverse speed is wicked slow. So, and that's some of these gunboats are just, I don't even know if this is supposed to be a gunboat. Maybe it is. I kind of did a mixed build with it, right? I'll show you at the end here. We do manage to snag that kill on that Icarus though. But yeah, so unless this is these lots of guns that are slow moving turrets, it reminds me of some of the Soviet, the Russian destroyers too. So if you like that sort of play style, this is one you could go for. I don't remember how or when or what, why I got this ship. So at this point, after revisiting it and playing it again, I'm kind of hoping I didn't spend real cash on it. But if this is what you're into, it's the decent tier 5 destroyer, right, for premium, right, it's that premium tier. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for the remaining destroyer since he was over here as well. And sure enough, yeah, here he comes. So luckily he is going to use his smoke. Yeah, but yeah, we get some shots off on him here, and then we're gonna have torpedoes ready, so we can. He's kind of in a narrow spot there, so we can kind of send him and hope to get lucky here on this. He doesn't have too many places to run. And I'm gonna send both. It'd be huge to get rid of this destroyer, right? But 2 racks of 3, that's not a lot. If you look at something I'm a huge fan of at this tier, the Fubuki, which is not premium. You get 3 racks of 3, and they have better range. So it's not as much of a torpedo boat as some of those Japanese ones. So I feel like it's meant to be a little bit of a mixed build, right? Some guns, some torpedoes, and I just kind of always don't do the greatest with these, right? But we have a good game here. Did get a torpedo hit, so he's got to be low on health here now. And then yeah, 5.8 kilometers for the spotting range with how I have this thing set up. Whether or not that can be improved upon, I'm not sure. Some of these destroyers that I got from who knows how long ago, I didn't have concealment chosen for the ship mod. I'm gonna assume he's still in there, so I'm sending more. And then we've got this battleship that looks like he's going to... Yeah, he's got to be weak. Yeah, there he is. He's got a sliver left. This is what I'm talking about. These turrets move crazy slow. Did he hit the wall? I think he hit the wall. It looked like he stopped. Let's see if we can pick him up again. And we can hunt him down and finish him off, and we won't have any more destroyers to worry about. There he is. Get him. Get him. Look at those rear turrets still turning around, right? We managed to finish him off there. Getting picked up by the airplanes, so he's going to try and bomb us, it looks like. Managed to get away with only engine damage there. We know this battleship and potentially this cruiser are coming around the corner here as well, so I'm keeping an eye out for them. Like I said, we don't have the greatest concealment here, so we're going to try and move away while torpedoes reload. And then hopefully we can send some torpedoes at these guys. We'll go wide. We know, I'm pretty sure Grafsby has sonar, right? So we'll have to get lucky there if he's using it, right? And we'll send some at West Virginia as well. It looks like he's turning in towards us, so I'm going to shoot them a little bit short, just with that anticipation. And we triggered the fire on him, so that's good in case we get a torpedo hit, because it looks like did he put the fire out? Nope, he's letting it burn. And then we're going to have to start moving away, because these guys are going to be able to pick us up once the smoke dissipates. So I'm going to start trying to move away here, so that when smoke is gone, we don't get spotted. Just checking my spotting range is 5.8, so we're, yeah, right on the edge here. Use the engine boost to get away. I probably could have headed, like, I'm looking at this island here trying to decide which side to go on it, and I probably should have gone the other way to avoid getting detected. I think they pick us up here for just a minute, and it's almost enough time for them to finish me off here. Yeah, I don't, like, to me the West Virginia is too far away, and it looks like the Grafsby is still in, like, through the smoke, but it's dissipating, so yeah, that must be why. So luckily our cruiser on our team finished him off, so that gets us unspotted. We've got torpedoes out on West Virginia. Let's see if we can't get a hit here. Nope, nothing. I don't know if these, like, torpedoes are particularly, like, maybe they're easy to spot too. Maybe that's a problem. But we'll continue to send stuff at him while we go and try and capture D. And then we've got quite a bit of game momentum here. And I think that, those 2 kills early on, right? Taking out the 2 destroyers, that was big for us. And that kind of led our team to just be able to just kind of conquer everything, right? So losing destroyers early on is huge. Don't let it be you. Right. So we get picked up by something. I was kind of, oh yeah, we were just shooting within the West Virginia. Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah. So now we shouldn't get picked up because he's on the other side of the island here. But it's of course a little bit harder to aim, right? We're still getting some hits though. Not causing any damage, but let's see if we can trigger fire or something. Airplanes spotting us again. We'll get the zone cap just to earn some XP here for the match, right? See how we do. And then we can probably make a beeline for the carrier once this is capped here. And go and try and pick on him and take him out, just to finish the game off.
La victoire est à notre portée.
It's this battleship that's left. He doesn't have a lot of health either. We got like good gun range on this though. Like for a tier 5 destroyer, like that's pretty good. Alright, bombers look like they might be coming for us, so we'll do some turning here. Try and avoid the bombs. There they go. Can can we sneak kill the Dunkirk here? Be pretty sweet. Nope, somebody else got him. So bombers look like they're coming back for another round, so I am turning here to try and avoid them. And then I stopped. So we got guns on target, and then he does a really good drop and gets rid of us. So, but yeah, it's not gonna take long for my teammates to chew through the carrier, right? Because he's still spotted. I think our cruiser's even picking him up at this point, right? He just backed himself into a corner, right? So, you know, both of our carriers too have pretty much just sat in the back of the map, which isn't ideal. Like, I get it, it's tier 5, right? So people may not be the most expert of carrier players, but don't forget you can autopilot your carrier, guys. Like, yeah, this guy just hit reverse, right? And is just sitting in the back of the map. And I mean, he was doing decent at bombing me as a destroyer player, right? Like, he finished us off, right? So, you know, combine that with being able to move your carrier around the map appropriately, like, could have been done way better in the game, right? So yeah, don't forget you can autopilot your carrier, go into the map view, and you just hold X on whatever like square you want your carrier to go to, and it'll just automatically go to that, right? So yeah, it amazes me at, like, you know, I get it at tier 3 if it's your first, you know, if it's your first rodeo, right? Like, too many people at these like mid and high tiers, I see them just sitting in the back of the map with the carrier. You can move that around, right? He could have survived a little longer, you know, moved across the map to where, you know, his teammates were and stuff like that, and would have helped out. But so we do take second place, just barely by a little bit here. We almost got the top spot from our 2 destroyer kills and our zone capture. Walked away with some silver. But yeah, so so you don't even get, at this tier, you don't even get concealment as an option. But you know, you could make a really good argument for main battery traverse speed here. In fact, that's probably a better choice, just because of how slow those guns were moving, if you notice, while we were playing, right? So I'm always a sucker for aiming system mod, you know, because then you get the like torpedo launcher traverse speed too there, right? But this is kind of a mixed bag, right? So yeah, you maybe want to do that, but yeah, and I'm always going for propulsion mod for the other choice. But yeah, you don't get a choice for concealment, right? So this is how I've done the build, right? I've gone more torpedo centric, and whether or not that's the right thing to do, I think you could probably argue against the way I've done the build, right? But yeah, I've got, you know, I picked torpedo speed, movement speed here. I like some of these inspirations that have a little bit of something of everything, right? So, and then more concealment and more torpedo damage, right, from those guys. And those are regular standard commanders. Those aren't anybody that's, you know, those aren't paid commanders or anything. Anybody can get those for Commander XP in the store, right? And then Unstoppable is my go-to for destroyer legendary perks, right? I mean, give me speed's not bad, but with how often you get steering, you know, engine damage and steering gear damage into, you know, as a destroyer player, it's almost a must, right? But yeah, that's gonna be our video. Oh, and I almost forgot. So let's go into the store really quick, and I'll show you where you can get this, right? So with the event that's currently happening under the special tab, right? Legendary birthday, this like Greek stuff, right? So there's a handful of ships in here, and this one is right here, right? So I think if you do the calendar event and the campaign with Admiralty backing, I think you can get up to 6,000 of the currency. So you can see that a lot of these are 6,500, right? They're trying to like tease you into buying at least some of the crates, right? So like, yeah, each day you can get 50, and then at the end of this first week, if you completed everything the first week, you'll get another 450, right? So like, it just, I think when I was adding everything up between this calendar event and the campaign, you could get up to like 6,000. So I think you'll have to buy 1 or 2 of the like crates. There's those like white crates in the store that come with a little bit of the event currency as well, right? So keep that in mind if you want to get one of these ships, right? So any of the ones that I have, I'm trying to do games with them and put them out there, so you guys can see them and get my, you know, thoughts and feelings and opinions on the ships, right? So this one in particular, I probably wouldn't go for. If it were me, I'd go for the Georgia, because I like that that sort of play style. The you know, the American sniper battleship basically is the way I look at it, but I think there's probably a good chunk of people out there that would not like the Georgia too, right? So it depends on you, right? So but yes, thank you guys for watching my video all the way through. We are doing Legends videos most days, right? So make sure you're following the channel, and we will see you next time.